Hi, it's Liz and Angela with StandUnited again on our weekly live videos. We're going to be talking about some trending petitions. We also have a couple petitions in our description right now that you can click on to sign, and we'll talk more about those as well.
This is our very last Facebook Live broadcast before the 2016 election. We know that everyone is looking forward to next Tuesday. We are as well. Everyone's eager to see the outcome, and we've got some great petitions relating not only to how and where people vote, but the things that they vote on. You will see state ballot measures all over our site that have been really interesting because everyone thinks, oh, who will I vote for president, for Congress, for the Senate, maybe even the Senate. But people normally don't think about the local races or the statewide ballot measures that can end up having a huge impact on people's lives. So we're excited to talk about this.
And as always, we have your comments pulled up right now. So if you have any questions or comments to add to the conversation, please just chime right in. We love interacting with our watchers.
Yes, all right, so we're gonna get started with a petition that just went up this morning and already has several hundred signatures. It has to do with early and absentee voting. Liz, I have a pop quiz for you. I have a guess, something you need to guess on.
Okay.
How many people do you think have already voted in the 2016 presidential election?
61,000.
Ooh, much higher, much higher.
Okay, then I don't know.
All over the country, it is 29 million people. And I'm one of them. You might be as well. I know that plenty of people take that early voting option. Plenty of people vote absentee by mail. And we're all looking forward to Election Day, but Election Day for those 29 million people has already happened. And in most states, if you've already cast a ballot, you can't change it. And obviously there's good reasons for that. We know that polling places can get overwhelmed, but it also means that an unknown number of those 29 million people might now have a ballot that doesn't represent the candidate who they want to win. So in most states, but not all, you can't change a ballot, and we have a great petition that says everybody should be able to cast a vote that represents what they want on Election Day. So I would love to see some comments about what you guys think of that. It's a really unique idea since this stuff is set at the state level. And I'd really like to hear from somebody who's maybe gone through that process and changed their vote. Because I feel like there's been an October surprise every other day. We're learning more about candidates all the time. Podesta emails are definitely a big part of that. I don't know how many of y'all have been reading those, but they're really interesting. So we would love to get your feedback.
Totally. And then another petition we have is going to be more local about a restaurant chain giving law enforcement a special discount when they come in. I'll let Angela talk more about that.
Sure, so this is about Great American Restaurants, a really popular restaurant chain, especially in the Northern Virginia area. And with their name having Great American in it, we think they have a really cool opportunity to do something for law enforcement officials. And this becomes so important, just hearing the very sad news a few days ago out of Des Moines, Iowa, about the two officers who were shot by someone who just was anti-cop and was trying to do severe harm to them. Seeing that and then thinking about what law enforcement does in our communities to keep us safe, being in a restaurant, if something were to happen, it's probably a very good idea to be surrounded by off-duty law enforcement officers. And it's also a really cool gesture of thanks. There are plenty of places that give law enforcement or military discounts, and we think that Great American Restaurants is in a great position to be the next one to do so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, we also have a really sort of interesting petition. This is hyper local from Mill Valley, California, from Tamalpais High School, where student parking is really limited. And I know that's an issue around where I am. I know that was an issue in the place where I grew up. And this petition was actually started by a student that said, please don't ticket me for trying to go to school. And I think that's very interesting. It's got a few hundred signatures already. It's starting to go viral. So many of our strongest petitions have actually come from school communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you've read the one from Boone County, West Virginia about Van High School. the Boone County School District is trying to save some money, and that means they want to shut down Van High School, but it's the top performing school in their district. So the Van High School community has been very vocal, and they've gotten people from around the country to join and sign on to their cause and say, we should save Van High School. It's such an important part of life in that town. All right, so I would love to see some comments about what you guys are most interested in voting for. And for our Facebook Live viewers today, we can give you a preview of a petition that is about to go up in just a minute, and it has to do with the Hillary Clinton email investigation. If you've been following the story, if this story was a movie, I would say it's unbelievable. I don't think I would buy it as a movie. I don't know, would you?
No.
Oh no, I'm waiting for the post-election blockbuster to come out. I'm sure it'll be a movie somehow, just as Mitt Romney was a movie, Sarah Palin got a movie. I'm waiting for this to get the Lifetime movie super dramatic treatment. Anyway, this petition has to do with the brand new emails that were discovered on Anthony Weiner's laptop that Hillary Clinton may have been involved with, not really sure. Comey's statement was really vague.
Yeah.
We want to talk to you a little bit about what we learned from that. But we do know that the person who is leading that Department of Justice probe into the emails has been friends with John Podesta, Hillary's campaign top dog, since the 1970s. And that definitely raises some conflict of interest questions.
As seems to be a lot of problems with a lot of the scandals that have come out recently.
Definitely, and it's not just that they're friends, it's actually one of John Podesta's hacked emails by WikiLeaks from February of 2015. I know that seems like a long time ago, it feels like a decade in election years, right? Because so much has happened. But at that time, the person who is now set to lead this probe emailed John Podesta and said, here's what's going on in Hillary's case. A lot of people are really mad about that, saying it was unfair, saying that this Department of Justice lawyer should step down, or at least, step away from anything to do with the Clintons because there is such a big conflict. All right, so as we look forward to next Tuesday, Liz, you want to give a little preview about what we'll be doing on Election Day?
Yeah, so we actually will be visiting some local areas just around where our office is to talk to voters about who they voted for, why they decided to make it out to the polls. A lot of voter turnout is always never as high as they're expecting. This is supposed to be a really high turnout election, as we can see already by the number of people who have early voted for one reason or the other. So we're just going to go around we have our own I voted stickers to hand out, as well as just talking to people about the issues that matter to them. So maybe, and then we'll be doing a video about that later on as well. So maybe we will be able to talk to some of our viewers. That'd be great.
We hope so. If you see us out on Election Day, please come say hi. We would love to talk to you. We'd love to hear from you. But above all else, we hope you check out StandUnited.org to see the petitions we talked about today. We hope you stay safe this weekend and have a great Election Day. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.